Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to Fallout 4. Previously, we completed the Silver Shroud. We went around Good Neighbor with Hancock at our side and kind of cleared the place of some bad guys. Got into a little bit of a trouble with our new buddy Kent, who I think that's his name. The guy who was kind of helping us track down the problematic people. Ended up saving him, and everything's okay. But after that, I really wanted to come back here to Sanctuary and start to, um, finish up the fortifications on this place. And in between that, we connected with McCready, who is with us now. And this is the first time we've been back since we last left. Obviously, I guess. But anyways, we kind of made our way back here post that. So, and would you stop pushing me? So let's get started. We're gonna continue to work on this place. So, our kind of last point of reinforcement is this area over here. So we have two, I gotta remember that little area right there. We have two buildings. Oh, I already did fortify this place. Okay. How did I do that one and miss this one? I'm gonna have to yell at my past self, I guess. So this building can be demoed. And I'm thinking, I had this kind of set up as just a regular defense point, but with kind of like a base in it. And I'm kind of thinking of setting it up into like a little house of sorts. Like a place that we could, I don't know, convert into a nice living space, maybe. And originally, I was going to set this place up, or had it set up as kind of a power plant of sorts. And I might stick with the design, which is basically just kind of like the one design we haven't used yet. So I typically go for the more rundown design. I do like the metal buildings and stuff from like Fallout 3, but they um, they don't really fit the aesthetic of the place. So I'm thinking of turning this into just kind of a place potentially to put power armor as we collect it. I had an idea of how to do that when I was looking at it. The other issue that I'm kind of thinking we should look at here is the wind farm. That was going to be my original goal here, was to fortify these and consider what to do with the wind farm. And I was like, well, we could use these spaces for that, or we could set up the wind farm as just a part of the place. If I can set it up kind of like power pylons or something, we could use it for that. That's kind of my other thought on that. We'll see. We'll kind of play around with it a little bit, see what we like, what we don't like, and take it from there. And then the last thing I was looking at building wise, that's going to take up a lot of space, is this centralized location, which I'm going to set up to be kind of a recreational area, and at the same time, a kind of higher place for us to look at for gardening, which is more for me because like most of the people take up guard around the perimeter. So anyways, I guess let's start with this here. We should probably start assigning roles to people too. Okay, get that set up. I've started doing that a little bit with some of the locations, and I kind of like the fact that I can compartmentalize rooms a little bit, because too many of our spaces are open. I'm not saying that the NPCs here care, but let's not treat them like NPCs, you know what I mean? They're definitely NPCs. We're just not going to treat them like that. If you know, you know. Okay. And I think that's everything. now we just want to dig it in a little bit. Something like that. That'll work, I think. I was gonna say move over a little bit, maybe. Oh, I could move that forward, yeah. And are you covered over here? You sure are. Yeah, let's go a little bit. Alright, I think that works. What I'm going to use it for, I have no idea. I have no idea. We can kind of figure that out later. And then kind of if we want to do like a, you know, an upper floor, we can do that. I figured that might be a little bit more fun than kind of just having a place here. That was, you know, just like a wall. This one I originally used as a place for basically kind of coordinating. Well, first of all, I wouldn't say a power plant, but it was the place where all my power generators were. And I think this one was, I got a notes, a 5x5, so we're probably going to completely cover this. I'm going to have to do some finagling here to get this right. Over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And I kind of want to raise this above the ground a little bit. It's basically going to serve as the wall for us in this case. But I need to build this out first. And we kind of have an automatic wall. My kind of stereotypical, which means I need to finagle this out a little bit. And I'll figure this out as we go. I'm gonna move it over a little bit, which it needs to do that anyway, before I start doing that too much. I'm gonna probably put a stairway on both sides or something like that. Oh, that was fitting. No? Okay, whatever. I'll get you in a second. Let's get you in border first. No, come on, you got this. move you over probably a little bit more. Yeah, just a little bit more. And this can kind of be built outward. Probably want to cover this. And probably want to raise it up if I can. Actually, maybe I can't. At least not a lot. Let's see when. Oh, gotta move you over a little bit. Come on, we got it. Oh, I turned it a little bit, didn't I? Let's use that as a lineup. I wanted to keep it in line with the foundation, at least a little bit. That's probably close enough. That's about right. Are we high enough off the ground? I think we are. Okay. And we could probably slink this over just a touch. I said a touch. Wow, that's not a touch, but okay. Yeah, okay, that works. Now, how do we want to set up stairs here? I forget. Does the concrete setup come with stairs? Oh, we could just do a basic like that. That'd be kind of cool. This is probably a little too high for it. Yeah, just a little bit too high. We'll do... Okay, we're not as raised as high off the ground, so we can do... That works. So maybe I do need to raise you up a little bit. That's the clincher, how I got that to work. Well, you'll work here. Will you work here? Looks like it. Let's play with it a little bit. And can I get you? Yeah, okay. Well, you do work. And I think we had one there. Oh, I'm out of concrete. Crap. I just realized that. And we're a little bit out of alignment. Let's solve bigger issues first. Okay, that works. It's gonna look a little off place. Unless... I think you're out of place here too. Just a little bit. So how can I get that to work? I'm trying to remember how I pulled that one off. Concrete's tricky because of those attachment points. The wood's so much easier. I think it'll work otherwise. I just gotta figure out how to do that. How did I have that connected over here? Let's go back. Let's do it like that. Can I get it like that? There we go. That's probably how I got that to work. You don't want to connect, do you? Oh, you did. Nope, up. There you go. That should work. And then I can use the little posts on the ends here. Okay. Alright, that'll work. I'll line them up nicely. Problem is I need concrete. Is Carla here? Carla can probably get me concrete. I was out there looking for other crap, and I'm not even thinking about that. I was like, oh, I got plenty of concrete. Not when you start building a concrete building. No, you don't. There you are. Okay.
Huh?
Carla,
Back again? Time
Absolutely.
to do business?
let's see what you got.
I got a little bit of everything.
Okay, please tell me that you have concrete. Thank you. Okay, we'll go a little big on this, alright? Because we're running low. I think I've already sold everything I think I've sold everything I don't need. Or don't plan to keep, I should say.
I should have done more. I hope those raiders pay for what they've done.
Yeah, alright. I think that should get us a little ways. Let's get this thing going again. Okay. First things first, get you out of the way. Finish. What is this? Just like regular floor grading? Yeah. Just no... can't... Just no cement underneath. Let's rotate it. Yeah, I like that better. Yeah, I like that. I'm okay with that. Alright. Killer. 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 I'm trying to remember how the heck I did this. I think, according to my plan design, I think I had this a little bit moved on the outer side. Let's see. What's the how I did it? I kind of like the way I did this better. You know what? Let's do some remodeling. I actually used the warehouse flooring for this. I think I like that better. That's gonna take some overhaul, I know. We can do this though. It looks so much better on the inside. Actually, it looks so much better in general. Do you still like to connect? Do you still like to connect? Wait, did you actually connect there? No, you didn't. Do I want it going through the floor? This is the part I don't remember. Is that going to cause structural issues later? I don't think it would, but... I don't think it would. Doesn't mean it won't, right? I guess we'll find out. Has that not been like the whole motto of doing this from the start? Has that not been my motto right from the start? We'll figure it out. That's how it always goes, right? We'll just let it go. We'll figure it out. All right, let's put the floor in before I forget. So in this case, we actually do need to use the heavy base floors. So the and I'm gonna burn out of concrete and steel this way. But it's worth it. Yeah, I happened to notice the steel was getting low. Let's do. Can we do an electric one? I think we can, but I think they're kind of default in a closed mode. Okay, so it looks like then for the upper floors, roofs. It looks like I did this kind of stuff. Let's see, that is, I think. Actually, let me go back. Oh wait, no, is that in the concrete? I think I used a mixture of, what is it called? Like a mixture of, or maybe it was purely just warehouse stuff. No, I think it was a mixture. I think I used this crap. I'm trying to think how I would pull that off though. I think I need a floor base to work off of first though. Something like this. And just, let's see. Interesting. That's where it's gonna, well, it was gonna potentially have connection issues. There we go. Now I can build out. So I think it was something on the order of, I think I just used like these little ones. I think I literally just rounded the place out like this. Of course, I'm gonna run out of steel now. Does Carla sell steel by chance? Is Carla still here? That's the real question. Oh, there you are.
Huh?
Carla,
Hey there. Trading?
Oh my god, brown and stuff.
let's see what you got.
Always happy to make a sale.
Okay. Please tell me you have... She does have more concrete. Okay. This is one of those weapons I'm kind of debating about ditching at some point. Okay, well, selling my life here for this, but
Been
reminder
too long since
to
I picked a fight.
reminder to forage for steel next time. And did I say forage? Scavenge. Scavenge for steel. Oh my god. rotate the grain. There we go. No. I said rotate. There you go. Now you can rotate the other way. Other way. There you go. Okay. That'll work, I think. How exactly I want to do this will be the question in the end, but... And warehouse... I think these are what I used. Were these what I used? No, was it? It's gonna look kind of weird with the wood in it, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Wow, that's terrible. It was literally wood. Okay, I did use wood. They don't really have a grading version of this, so... Other than this, but it's too big. Unless... I gotta stop getting ideas. This... ideas are... Stop giving me ideas. What if... I just had a thought. That's a scary premise, I know. What if... Can I get you to hook? Yeah, something like that. What about that? That'd be kind of cool. Would that work over the whole area, though? 2, 3, 4. I think that would work. It kind of weird standing on the outside like that, though. It kind of blend the aesthetic a little better. But I'm kind of wondering. I think I could get the other one to work all the way around. I don't think I did that the last time. I kind of like having the closed floors, so I think I'll stick with. This. Okay. And guess I don't really need you then. I'm trying to remember how I did the walls too, so I don't forget. Okay, so if I kind of stay on that mine track, I guess it's not the weirdest thing in the world, but. If we wanted the extra space here. I didn't actually do this side. How much is that taking? Okay. Make sure I'm not using up too much steel. I'm not sure if I want to do a full rounded cage flooring here. I just did it for this one end, I think the first time I did this. And I'm kind of thinking of like space and all that. All that good stuff. Now, the other part is going to be the walls. Just on the off chance that we do decide to use this for anything relating to energy, I had these here. So if I want to put like a reactor in here or something like that, we have an exit. Oh my god, just disconnect. We have an exit spot here. You're not gonna make this easy, are you? Okay. I think that would work. think that'll work. Now I guess. There's something else I kind of had in mind I wanted to check. I was kind of debating about things like this. If I scrap this, I can get the concrete back. So, I was just thinking, like, some of the stuff I've stored I probably might not use, so maybe I should just scrap it. Maybe at least wall off the edges, finish this part. Again, getting the floor plan in was more the important part for now. But did I corner off those edges? I don't remember. Like that. Okay, that steel did seem like it was a good investment. Alright, I think that'll work for now. We'll continue this later when we have more concrete of all resources to run out of. And I get Codsworth, you could man the tower. Go up there and do something useful. We could look at the windmill setup. Okay, so these are the windmills. What do you take? Oh, that's cool. It's actually like a part of a plane. That's kind of cool. I was kind of debating if can you connect these to each other? I thought it'd be kind of cool to do something a little different this time. We're gonna need a lot of them for energy, though. Okay, the gears could be problematic, but does the toy place reset over time? I would imagine. I could always go back and get more from there. It's not much resource otherwise, as far as I'm concerned. And I have access to it like immediately, which is nice. I guess I could always just build one. So how exactly do you run? And if I were a windmill, what direction would I want to face? And where's the wire go? Oh, it's way the hell down here. So connecting it to a pylon might not be so easy. So we might need to have a designated spot for it. And then, so I got that one produces 3. What is the one I'm using? I'm assuming the other one produces 3, because I got 6 right now. That's gonna jet into it, I think, but... Because I could kind of place them kind of between structures and such. Something like this. The problem is connecting them. Power pylons. I want to go with the nice big pylons. The problem is going to be, how do they connect to each other? That's not that bad, actually. Don't you dare give me a quest, dude. I'm in builder mode, man. Leave me alone. Can I build this over the sidewalk? Will people walk under it? That is cool if they do. And then the pylons. How far can we extend? They're so low to the ground. Is there any way to connect up higher? It is kind of a cool setup, though. This is why people build reactors. But if I did a few of them in Extinction or something like that... Where's a good spot to... This is a good spot as any, I guess. Put them in places like this where people aren't going to be around. Maybe we should have just gone with the reactor. They're so huge. And then I almost want to put a pylon next to it just to boost it up. Like, something like this. But of course, the building here is going to get in the way. Where did I put my pylons before? I should probably do those. Yeah, I just put them right up to the edge of the sidewalk, so like here, for instance. I suppose I could use that as a base for it. It's because here, if at least they're not getting in the way other than the cord. The wire. And I need them down at the waterfront, down by the gate. If I want to... How much resource do you take up? Not much. Okay. I'm thinking, how do I get this to run outside smoothly? It looks like it's almost tall enough that it could just reach over. But... because I want to put some defensive stuff on the outside here. That'll be the real question, I guess. I could put a small pylon up here just to hook it out, but... I suppose it's something to think on. I don't think they're going to connect directly across, are they? No. Let's just to see if I can connect those. Okay. It connects over here. How far away can I get? To the side. And can I get you... Oh, that'd be so cool if I could. Maybe I can. Hear me out. Do I really want a ladder right there? That sounds like a bad idea. That seems to defeat the purpose of the design. Oh, whoops. Unless you turn the ladder right into the building. So, you can't climb it. And if something goes wrong with the pylon, we're all screwed. But you still can't climb it. If you know, you know. And then I can get you out here. How far along do we want to go? There we go. And then that can run up the road. As far as we can get it. And potentially we could actually just do windmills straight around the greenhouse. Might look kind of ugly, but I don't know. Feel free to say if you have ideas of where the windmills could go so they're not as much in the way. Or if you think it would be cool if they would just align the streets. And then defensive-wise, we want to get the other pylon hooked up way out here. So... probably want this over here, I'm guessing. Of course, that's going to get in the way a little bit. For now, maybe. Where's the sidewalk? There you are. Okay. It's kind of blocking the sign. I like the sign. It's mostly a connector. And there we go, something like this. This is kind of a later issue, but how much did these cost to me? It's the ceramic and copper, of course. And I'm getting it over here. And we could do some, let's see, this is our last. So I'm thinking like we can put turrets up on these and then build the water extension can go out here once we get the bigger setup. I can ditch that. I have wells up on the main area, so you know, another idea for the power lines, instead of going over the fence, could be over here, but I kind of like having them where they are. This I was going to tear apart a bit and redesign. Actually, those I should be saving. Upper floor. Okay, well, that'll work, I guess. Then the artillery's at least out of the way when I get to that point. Now, I guess my other question. I guess let's try it. We can build 3, let's build 3. And I'm thinking and then we can have these a little bit tighter together, I think. We want a little space between them, but yeah, this will be a little different. I could probably put you over here. So we have a little clearance space going forward, and then maybe connect a pylon across the way here. As such. How far can we stretch you? That sounded vaguely dirty. I apologize. Okay. Now, hypothetically, we could put one like here, hell, maybe even directly in front of this house. I could build 4 more of these if I wanted to. I know, that is kind of cool, in a way. It kind of goes more with the aesthetic of the place, if you ask me. Okay, let's do... Okay, you'll probably be pretty easy, I think. So we could probably just do a low one, like normal. That might work okay. Just gonna tilt it a little bit. Can we get rid of this log? Because it's obviously a... What are you? How long have you been up here and I've never seen you before? Sorry. That surprised me, if you couldn't tell. It's an obvious weakness in my base design, though. Okay, so I wanted to do a little bit more this way, right? How have I played this so many times and never run across that before? Okay, I like that. Perfection. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Okay, barricade complete. Okay. I'm gonna need to, yeah, you gotta be like a 2x2 here. So we got that, guard posts, and we should be covered. Couple lookouts. Maybe do a small one and a big one. Let's try. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, that'll work. We'll put the guard post over here. And then maybe build another little hutch on this side. Yeah, that works. Okay. Then I just have my one vulnerability left. Can I get some
Hey,
steel?
Carla.
Need to pick something up? Road's pretty long from here.
It's pretty sad that's what I'm
Sure.
bartering for.
Let's take a look.
Here's what I got.
Don't make me carry that worthless crap.
Okay,
That just
well.
looks like junk to me.
No. No, you don't. Look, man, I'll quest with you next time, okay? We're not doing this right
You
now.
came to visit. I almost thought you
I...
would.
Dude. Okay. I promise. I will talk to all of you in a second. Not a second, but I will talk to all of you. Leave me alone for now. Alright. Let's see. What did we get? Okay, we might be able to put enough together to at least put this up, so... Unfortunately, that'll probably be the last of what we can do for now. That works for me. I think that is our very last barricade, minus my my kind of final one I wanted to do. I was going to make something a little different from the final one. No. Don't you dare, buddy. I said I'd work with you next time, alright? Not right now. Next time. Next time.
Building something useful, I hope.
You know what? Since we...
Okay, that's worth it, I think. Quick eject mag.
What's up?
And I have standard sights on. Look, I do like the glows. I like the glowies. I might do a scope later.
I got something a bit different for you.
No!
Scouts have found a promising spot for a new settlement.
Oh, okay,
Trouble
never
is
mind.
that some kind of vicious beasts are layering there.
He
Once you
got
figure it
me.
out, set up a radio beacon to let settlers know about it. Before you know it, we'll have a thriving new farm instead of wasteland. We'll
He
take
got
back
me.
the Commonwealth, one piece at a time.
I'm okay with that though. I do want to get more settlements on the radar, because we can build networks. So, dude, I told you I was gonna quest with you. You didn't have to do it to me like that.
What are you building? Something useful, I hope.
Starlight Drive-In. Okay, actually, that's one I wanted. So, and that's where we're going next. All right. I didn't do much, so but got some upgrades there.
Not at all. In fact, I was glad I could just be there to listen.
I really appreciate you saying that. I know I've said this before, but I need to say it again. Up to now, I never had anyone I could depend on. Every soul I've met has tried to take advantage of me, or stab me in the back. But you're different. I feel comfortable around you. I feel safe. I feel like I can let you in and see me for everything that I am. For better or for worse. What I was hoping you could do is look me in the eyes and tell me you still feel something too.
Hey, I'll always consider us the best of friends, Kate. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Still feels good to hear you say that. Anyway, thanks for listening to me again. And if you need anything, even if you just want to talk, you just let me know.
Okay, and I did want to talk to. Well, I guess he's not. Oh, there he is.
Hey, now that you're back here in Sanctuary, how would you like a job?
A job? For me? Really?
Yeah, I think your sales experience can be a great asset.
Oh, no, we're already here.
What are you doing? Yanking my chain again?
No! We'll set him up as like a shop guy or something. But not quite yet. We don't have a shop yet. I don't have anything set up. Okay. Well, thank you, Preston, for taking on that quest that I did not ask for. What is that? 4 or 5 that we have together right now?
Rain lets up soon.
Yeah, you're coming with me for those. We're not doing this all the time, all right? You're coming with me next time. I'm gonna make you work for it this time. All right. One more thing I thought we could do is actually set planting beds. I got the carrots, I got potatoes. I want to get rid of the razor grain. And that puts us at 0 tended plots. Are any of these tended? Oh, that one is, okay. These shouldn't be because they're new. Can we... Let's...
Nothing I hate more than raider scumbags. If you run into any, put a few down for me.
Let's see. How many of these can I assign you to? Okay. Oop. Just do as many as you can. We'll need, what's his name to do the others. They could probably be our crop tenders. I mean, they are the original people here. I gave you a job. Go do it. No, don't let happiness go down. I got us food. There you are, my dude. Let's give him a job. He'll be our other crop tender. Okay. How many of these can you cover? Okay, we still have room for more. And we have, let's see, 4, 8. So 30, so it should be 15 if we get one more person in here. Okay. Well, we got more crops in here. I actually would like to eventually spruce the place up and make it look like a legit greenhouse, you know, throw some fertilizer bags on a bench or something, I mean, make it look real. So, we'll do that eventually. I think...
miles. I knew there was a pile of caps waiting for me at the end.
We'll hook up with McCready later, I think, because I think next time what I'm probably going to do is... I think next time we'll work with Preston and maybe head out east. You know, just in case, I'll keep him with us for now, but I guess I changed my mind, but there's a bunch of stuff we have to do to the east of where we are, so... Where's my, my brew bot? There you are.
Hey, buddy.
Greetings, buddy. Would you like a cold one, or did you want to hear a joke?
I've sold you.
Do you know where I can find any more recipes?
You might want to check with the distributor. Local bars and restaurants may also have one. Here for a laugh, or did you want a cold beverage?
I'll take a beer.
Cold and refreshing.
Do you need the flame refuel? Wait, can I just like take all these? Does he need those to function? Alright, well. Anyways, I think that's a good place to end this episode. I didn't get to do as much as I was wanting to, but we did get most of the place barricaded. Now we demolished the 2 houses that needed to be gone, and we kind of made a foundation that serves as a barricade for there. There is one place next to the concrete building that we started where we're going to have to finish that up later. So we're pretty close to finishing it. We started setting up the wind farm, which you can see down the way. I remodeled the first building by the gate and put in more crops into the greenhouse and assigned a couple people to them. So we got a little bit further in some areas I really wasn't intending as well, which is nice. And so I was also going to do some more gun modifications. I did a few, but I want to get some more perks in the way before we do that. And next time we really need to start looking for things like steel and concrete, because of all the resources we could possibly run out of, I'm running out of those. So, it is what it is. Anyways, I think what we'll do next time is potentially head out east of where we are. There's a lot of stuff that we can do right now, and I think it's going to be important that we build our relationship with the Minutemen and get that kind of stuff going. So I may or may not take Preston with us, depending. I know he's going to want to do the next storyline for them, but we'll kind of figure that out as we go. So we have the brewing machine here in Sanctuary now. I'm not sure. The quest is not closed. I'm not sure if I have to sell him or if I can just keep him and leave the quest open. If there's a way I can close it out or not, I don't know. We connected with the Vault-Tec rep, and I do want to give him a job to do here. We can start setting up businesses eventually, and I do plan to do that. And of course, Kate's here now, and we're with McCready at the moment. I'm kind of debating. I'd kind of like to travel with Preston a little bit, but we might have to do the Minutemen storyline first, and so we'll kind of see. I'll think on who I want to travel with for now for the next one. So with that being said, let us close things out for the night. Thank you all for joining, and I will see you all later.